Hi guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today I'm here with a life update chit chat question and answer combination video. I did previously film this all, and when I got to editing, it's one of the first times in maybe like 2 years that I've had it that the footage has been bad and the sound would not sync up for some reason, so I'm fingers crossed that it doesn't happen again this time. So I am refilming this process again. So I did say I was going to start to film these videos every 6 months just to have a chat with you guys about non-nail polish matters, really. So the first thing that I had to say really was obviously my son turned 2 in October, which has prompted me to film this video. He's officially a toddler now, not a baby, which is a little bit sad because it's good to see him grow up, don't get me wrong, but it's just sad when I want to cuddle sometimes and he doesn't want to cuddle me. Just stuff like that sometimes is a bit gloomy because I know that a newborn baby would have just cuddled me all day long. But he's growing up, he's going to be starting preschool in February, so that's all booked and all sorted. We've had his 2-year checkup, so everything's going along very nicely. Obviously you guys have seen him in a few videos in the background and you're used to hearing him, so he's a very happy little boy. We're very, very lucky indeed. The only other thing really life date up wise is that we are currently in the process of trying to sell our house and move, so eventually if that does happen, which I can't imagine being maybe within the next 6 months, I will be almost at moving, I would guess, because it's quite a slow process buying and selling. In my case it has been anyway, so for now, if all of a sudden videos disappear, just think it's probably because Amy's moved, not because I've abandoned you guys and forgotten about you. If it does happen sooner than 6 months, I will try my best to give you an update if I can. On to the chit chat portion of this video. What was it? I had a few things I was going to talk to you about, but now I can't really remember because I filmed this video already once. The main things were that, of course, I hit 4,000 subscribers in October, which was insane. I feel like when you start 1,000, like you go from like the first half like up to 500 of like 1,000, it goes really quick, and then the last hundreds, a couple of hundreds, takes such a long time. And you guys have been such loyal subscribers to me for a really long time. I just want to give you a big thank you to everybody, people that have been from the start and people who have joined this video. I appreciate every single person that's watching out there, because it means I'm just not talking to a camera for nothing. I also did hit 3,500 subscribers on Instagram, and this was kind of like a ranty little situation. Instagram's really frustrating me at the moment. I feel that it has gone from being a platform where everybody had the opportunity to get bigger and progress and naturally grow an audience, to, if you want to pay me, I'll make you Instagram famous kind of world that we've turned into. I want to say that that's from the influence of Facebook, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind Facebook. I did like it a lot more before they've made a lot of changes to Facebook too, but when they changed the Instagram algorithm, it affected a lot of people in a bad way. Small companies, people like people out there like aspiring makeup artists, aspiring nail artists, nail swatchers. It did impact us on us negatively, because it's now trying to promote you who they want you to see, and now there's a lot more sponsored posts, and you can pay Instagram and they'll put you at the top. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I would really appreciate if you did. And if you do follow me on Instagram but you feel you haven't seen me posting in a while, it's just because Instagram's decided that I'm no longer important to you. So what you need to do is just go onto my page and just like a few photos, because what happens is if you like somebody, it presumes that you want to see their posts always and not anybody else. Like I had an incident recently where I think it was around the time when I picked up those glam polishes through the UK website. So I went through the glam polish Instagram, looked at a few photos, liked a few just to see what they had going around, and then all that I had for at least 3 or 4 days was only glam polish posts. There would be from a week ago. I would be scrolling thinking, this is so irrelevant to me now, like why am I not seeing anyone else's swatches? It's just because if you like a few photos or plenty of photos, it kind of puts them to the top of your priority list. So if I'm not there anymore, give me a few likes and hopefully I should start appearing in your feed again. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Something else I did want to say was I had a few negative comments in start of October, around the end of September, which are about people saying that there was too much noise in my videos when Austin was in my videos. And I did take it personally a little bit. I've never tried to promote myself as in a way that doesn't involve Austin since he's been around the last 2 years. Like, I feel that whenever he's in a video, I will say, oh, like, if you hear anything, my son's in the background. So I do give fair warning that he's there. It's not just a random scream in the middle of a video and you guys don't know why. So yeah, that did bum me out a little bit because I feel that I've always been very apparent with it, and so many of you guys are very open and receptive and enjoy the fact that I'm just like, I'm a normal person. I'm a normal working mum with a toddler. And now onto the Q&A portion of the video. Let's go on to the questions. I did post something onto my Instagram a little while ago, one that some of you probably didn't see, which was just saying I was going to do a Q&A if you had any questions. There will be other opportunities for questions, so don't worry if you've missed out this time. Let's get started. The first question was, what is your oldest bottle of nail polish? And I would say I have a bottle of Barry M that is easily 10 years old. That's probably not that old in the grand scheme of things, but to me that's quite an old bottle of polish. I used to wear Barry M black all the time. Then I went to just wearing it on my toes all the time, and it is still my staple toe colour. It's really thick, it's really goopy, but I can't throw it away because it is usable. So my oldest bottle of polish is probably that. Then after that, I definitely have OPIs that I bought in D-stashes that have been sort of 8 years old, and then my own personal collection when I started collecting maybe 5 years ago. I've got bottles of polish that are 5 years old. You just need to make sure with older bottles of polishes you're shaking them, you're moving them around, you're not putting them in extreme temperatures, either hot or cold, and nail thinner is always there if you need it. The next question is, what was your favourite brand? I can't really do a brand as a whole. My favourite mainstream brand is like, it probably goes OPI, Zoya, Essie China Glaze. China Glaze has really dropped out of favour for me recently, and I don't know why. I started off as being like in love with China Glaze. When it comes to indies, I have lots of I have indies in different groups, so I don't think I could really pick an overall favourite indie. I have like nostalgic indies that I've bought from the very beginning. I have indies that I know the owners of, so I have this like sentimental for that reason. And then I have like new indies that have come in and they're just blowing me away, so I don't think I could really pick any more specific than that. What is your favourite colour to wear on your nails? I can't even answer this one either, because I have like a group of colours that I draw naturally more towards, which is almost white, teal, green and blue. They're like my favourite colours, which is more winter and spring colours. I don't really feel that I'm a big fan of like neons or brights. I do very much like blue, green, teal, almost white. That is my favourite colours to wear on my nails. My friend Amanda asked me a few questions. The first one is, what is your favourite snack? I have like a favourite savoury snack and a favourite sweet snack. My favourite savoury snack is crisps. I could eat crisps, or chips as some of you guys out there will say. I could eat potato crisps, potato chips all day long. I love them. I love crisps so much. And then the other flip side, I am a big like dairy milk chocolate fan. Just chocolate all day. Dairy milk is the best. Of all the dairy milk variations, dairy milk with Oreo is one that you need to get in your life because it's so tasty. And it's so funny because Austin has kind of taken on this from me. If he hears a rustle of packet of crisps, he'll go for it. If he sees a flash of purple Cadbury wrapper, he's on it. So obviously he's been seeing what I've been eating. But yeah, they're my favourite snacks for sure. You also asked, what is my favourite videos to film? I love filming all videos. I would say the videos that I feel more stressed about filming are review videos, because I'm so worried that I'm going to say the wrong thing. So what I'd always do is I'd make notes on collections as I swatch them, so I can remember very clearly my first thoughts, the coats, the coverage, so I have it all there. If I didn't write that down, I would definitely forget the coats and the coverage and the finishes of them, because 12 piece collections are a lot to remember off the top of your head. Well, for me they are anyway. Favourites, I find like I love hauls. You guys seem to love hauls. I like hauls because that means I've bought polish So for those reasons, my favourite and probably my easiest one for editing and purposing wise like that is probably a nail polish haul. Amanda's last question, what is some of your most nostalgic polishes, except from I Saw You Saw We Saw Warsaw? You guys all know that's the colour that I wore on my nails on my wedding day. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, the one that comes to mind the most, which I guess is what I should probably give as my answer, is Gelato on My Mind. And that might sound really silly, but for Austin's first birthday last year, we did a photo shoot, like a family photo shoot, and in that I'm wearing Gelato on My Mind. So whenever I look at those photos, my nails just like ping out to me, and I remember that's what I wore. So for that reason, I do like that colour a lot. The other nostalgic polishes are probably going to be, when I first had Austin, a lot of these revolve around Austin, the first collection that I reviewed for my YouTube channel was the Halloween Trio of 2015 by 90. So although they're like, I don't know, like they are nostalgic to me, but more for like the time in my life when they came to me. Like, it was my first video back on YouTube and some of the first colours that I painted my nails with after having Austin. So, and they were obviously from one of my best friends in the entire world. So I think all of those together just make that trio just very sentimental to me. The next question is, what is your favourite season for nail polishes? And I would say, this isn't really non-specific, but my favourites are probably like autumn and then spring. Like, I really like dark autumnal colours, which obviously come out in the autumn time. And then I really like crisp white pastels. Like, I think this kind of relates to what I answered earlier. Like, I really love like white based polishes, so I would say either maybe, I just don't really like neons. Basically, this is what we're going to say, is I just don't really like the summer section of the year for polishes, but I like the rest. So if you had to pin me down to maybe one season, I would probably say autumn is my favourite, but it's just basically just not summer neons. That's basically the answer. What online websites do I recommend buying nail polishes from? If you're in the UK, especially, the website Fragrance Direct is awesome. It sells OPI and Essie at a very, very cheap, reduced prices. They may not be ones that have just been released in shops, but if you want to expand your collection or get into nail polish, especially those brands, Fragrance Direct is a great way to get in there. Then I also enjoy just all of the indie e-tailers, so like Rainbow Connection, and there is Nail Artisan by Alex, and Girly Bits, and there is Harlow & Co. And I guess you've got like Live Love Polish and Colour, there's another one, Colour something. I like the idea and concept of websites where they have a lot of indies in one place for you to buy like at the same time. I think that's a really cool concept, because I'm one that I don't often buy a ton, like a whole collection from an indie. I will buy maybe 3 or 4 from a collection. So being able to do that and then buy 3 or 4 from another collection in one shipping and from one website is really convenient. Laura asked, if you had to get rid of either your indie or your mainstream collection, which one would it be? I'm going to interpret this a slightly different way from what I think she's asking. So say if there was a fire, I could only save the Helmer with the indies in, or the mainstream, I would 100% save the indies. Mainstream you can replace. There are some that are harder to replace than others, but most indies are on the majority limited edition and would be much harder to replace. Plus that would mean I would save my 90s, which are really sentimental to me in my collection. I would, if I had to save just one drawer, I would probably save the 90 drawer. So yeah, in that instance, I would save the indies and I would just rebuy the OPIs and the Issies and the Zoyas and everything. I'll just repurchase them later. Following on nicely, the next question was, if you could only keep polishes from one brand in your collection, what would it be? And it would be 90. This is going to sound repetitive, but it's literally coming from a place of just deep friendship from me and Jess, and I'm sure you guys know that. I'm just so proud of her with the polishes that she's come out with, and although she possibly could whip me up some if I ever had a big breakage and I lost a few of them, she could definitely make me some or send me some more. They just mean so much, and I'm just so proud of her with everything she's achieved with that brand. And spending time with her in the hub, seeing the whole process kind of from behind the scenes, just not for 90 but for all indie makers, just made me appreciate the time like that you don't even think of, like from making bottom labels to sticking labels onto bottles to mixing the polish to pouring the polish to packing it to ship, all of that. There's so much more involved that I think that most people will consider unless they've run their own type of business before. Someone asked if I had any pets, and I do have pets. I have 2 cats. They have been in some videos before. So I have Tyler, and I will pop up some pictures. Tyler is a black and white male cat. He is 6 years old. He's my original love, my original fur child. He's the one that started it all off. I got him very quickly after we moved into our home. My husband works away a little bit, and he works either or just a long way away from home. So when I was originally just in the house by myself, having Tyler around was just a really great comfort to me. He's also he's just so gentle. He's such a gentleman. When you look at him, he's just lovely, and he's so tame, and he lets like Austin give him really like probably 2 rough cuddles than what he would like, but he's a gentleman. I also have a 5-year-old white and black girl. The idea was that we had black and white for Tyler, so we would get white and black for Lexi. So yeah, Lexi is 5. She is beautiful. When I look at her, I just tell her she's just such a beautiful creature. She is very, very shy. If you don't come to my house that often and you arrive, she would disappear. She only comes out when like very certain people are in, people like voices that she recognises. She's very shy to anybody other than me and my husband, and she's wary of Austin. She'll give him like a barrier, like an invisible barrier in which she'll walk around. They've never been in like that much contact with each other really, but she's just a scaredy cat. Lexi is just a scaredy cat, but she's lovely. I love them both. They're my fur babies, my original babies. Yeah, love them both. Indie brands are on my to try list. I have a couple really, which I don't know if I have any brands that I want to try that I've never tried before. I definitely have indie brands that I don't have a lot of that I want to expand. I would love more polish. I would love more tonic polish. I would love more Wicked like UK Wicked, WIKKID, Wicked polish. What other ones would I like more of? There's a couple in my collection that I just have a few of that I would like to expand on. I don't know if there's any. There's some more. I've just seen the new Cirque collection. Oh my gosh, I want all of those. Yeah, I would just like to try more from indie brands that I only have a few of. That's my answer, I think. If you could only use one nail polish for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, I think I'm probably just going to say something really boring here and just say black. Because I did wear just black nail polish for the longest time, that it wouldn't be unusual or weird for me to revert back to just wearing black all the time. Maybe like a black hollow. Maybe like a black hollow I could wear all the time. That's a hard question. I think that's probably as better of an answer as you're going to get from me. Someone asked if I was going to have more children. We will have more children. Probably, well, just maybe one more. I think that when you have, hopefully people will agree with me, people that have children out there, that when you give birth, I feel that there's a split. There's either people that go, okay, no, I need a while, we're gonna do this one, we're gonna work this out. Or there's people that go, oh my god, I love it, I want another one, like I want them really close. I'm definitely more in the, I need to take this a little slower. I definitely want to have another child for Austin, more than myself at the moment, if that makes sense. Like, I am just completely in love with just him. It seems so weird to me to have to split my attention between 2, but for him I would love him to have a brother or sister, so we'll decide when he's ready and we're ready to have another one, but we will have another one. Have you ever put a nail polish on and gone, oh no, I'm never going to wear this again? The only polish that comes to mind with this is Mahogany Magic by China Glaze, and I remember when I wore this I described it as like baby poop. It's a very yellow toned brown, and normally I'm all up for ugly colours, but no, that was just way too ugly and way too poop coloured for me. That's the only one that I can think of. Other than Frost, what is your least favourite nail polish finish? I'm going to say it's polishes that are like really light and sheer but super shimmery. I love shimmer, but I think I prefer it much more in darker polishes. I don't really like lighter polishes with shimmer, because I feel sometimes they're a lot more sheer and they just take a lot longer to build up. So I think that would be my after Frost, that would be my least favourite finish. What is your favourite nail polish collection? I'm taking as in they mean like ones that come out as in not from my own collection. One of the nail polish collections that came out that really stood out to me was the Breakfast at Tiffany's collection from OPI, which sounds like a strange choice, but I really thought that collection was really well thought out. And although it was really red heavy, I just overall really enjoyed that collection. The Washington DC collection from OPI was really, really nice too. And the Iceland collection that just came up was really nice from OPI. Basically, any OPI collection that came out in the last 2 years I think has been really good. And the last question is from Mr. JessFace90, Kyle himself, Jess's husband, and he asked, who is your husband's best international friend? The backstory behind this witty question is that my husband Ade and Jess's husband Kyle became literally best friends overnight when we met them in America and we spent time with them. They have become like firm friends, best friends, love each other. They think they're better friends than Jess and I. Jess and I always say that's like the best thing that we've ever done together is put them two together, because they text all the time, they play computer games all the time. They're so cute. They probably won't like to be described as that, but we think they're really cute. So thank you so much for listening to my chit chat ramblings, question and answer, lifestyle update, all of that kind of stuff in one. We'll be back in 6 months' time when hopefully there'll be more to report. And maybe, just maybe, I may be in the process of actually moving house. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.